Hey everyone! Today we'll be changing the cabin filters in my 1999 Acura RL. Stay tuned. The RL's cabin filters, also known as the air conditioning filters, have not been changed since I bought the car 3 years ago. These filters are very important for limiting the amount of dust and pollen reaching the car's cabin. So I figured I'd just go ahead and replace them before summer hit. According to the service manual, the typical replacement interval for the filters is 24 months. And in severe conditions such as dusty rural areas or industrial areas, you'll want to change the filters about every 15 months. To get started, I've opened the glove box and removed its contents. Next, I'm going to remove the stops on either side of the glove box that keep the glove box from falling. To remove the stops, pinch the stops tabs on the outside of the glove box, then pop the stops through to the interior of the glove box. You'll then have to raise the glove box to fully remove the stop. Next, I'm going to partially unscrew the plastic screws that go through 3 clips that hold the fabric in place. Screw this out the rest of the way by hand. There's one. There's the second one. At this point, I'd recommend propping up the glove box since it's only suspended by a cable that clips into the dashboard's frame. And it's very easy to break the clip if you're not careful. To remove the clip, gently slide the long tab to the left with your finger, then push on the left side's tab with the screwdriver to pinch the 2 tabs together. You may need a second screwdriver to keep the long tab from popping back into place. Again, be very careful here and don't force the clip out of the frame. Then I'll just disconnect the harness for the trunk switch. Next, I'm going to remove the glove box back cover. There are 2 screws at the top and 1 screw at the bottom. There are 2 clips on either side of the cover that hold the cover onto the dash. Removing one side at a time, you'll want to get a firm grasp and quickly pull the cover away from the dash. I'm missing 3 of the 4 clips, which is why the left side came off so easily. Before I proceed with changing the filters, I'm going to put the key in the ignition and turn it to the on position. I'll then set the climate control to recirculate to keep the debris out while we're changing the filters. Alright, so now we can remove the filter cover by pinching the left tab inward to free it. Also notice that up is printed on the front of the cover. The 2 filter housings are hinged together, so just slide them out until the hinges are accessible. The left hinge should then be detached first as you slide the filters up, followed by the right hinge. Then just slide the second filter housing out and up. To replace the filters, I'm going to be using Wix 24878. There are 2 filters included in the box. Just make sure the arrows on the filters are pointed in the same direction as the airflow arrow on the filter housings. To reinstall the filters, I'm going to slide the back filter in first, then I'll attach the front filter. I reinstalled the front filter off camera because it's really hard to do with just one hand. Next, I'll just slide both filters back in and reinstall the cover. Slide that back, and there we go. I'll reinstall the glove box back cover, routing the harness connector through the hole on the cover. There we go. All right. and the two at the top. I'm going to reinstall the cable, so I place a box under the glove box to prop it up. The clip should snap back into place, but you may want to pinch the long tab to help it go back in. Again, be very careful here. I've moved to the driver's side of the car and I'm reconnecting the harness for the trunk switch. Okay, there's our connector back in. Since the 3 screws for the clips holding the fabric can be pushed back in without the use of a screwdriver, I'm going to install the stops first to stabilize the glove box. That one's back in. Slide this up. Then I'll just slide the 3 clips back into the dashboard frame, reinserting their screws to secure them. Do is put the clip back up in the hole and then pop this back in like that. Lastly, I'll just make sure the glove box opens and closes correctly, and that's it.